Hey guys, Train decides to drive by right when I start recording, so that's cool. But today we're going to be looking at the most obscure FNAF merch I could possibly find. And it turned, like, this merchandise, I don't see barely anybody's talking about it. So I decided I would make a video, and I'm just going to talk about some FNAF... Shut up, Train! I don't know if you guys can even hear the train, but there is a train back there. But, yeah. I just wanted to show you guys some very weird FNAF merchandise that I thought would be worth making a video on. So, yeah, you guys voted on this video. Make sure to pay attention to my community tab if you want to vote on which videos you want me to make. But yeah, let's just start off with the earliest stuff I could find, some scrapped Funko stuff. So, let's start off with Five Nights at Freddy's pins. So, these pins are strange. So, let's look at our characters. We got this weird hybrid of FNAF 1 Freddy and Withered Freddy that is tracing off of some fan art I think I've seen before. Then we got Bonnie, which is a unwithered Bonnie, who is an unofficial character. Then we got a Chica, which is Withered Chica. So nothing too interesting about that one. That is based off of an official render. Then we got the Puppet, which is also copying off of some fan art I'm pretty sure I've seen. And then we got Foxy, who's copying off of the Source Filmmaker model. So, there we go. That's basically what we're dealing with here. I can see why these pins were not approved. They could have definitely been revised with, like, some official artwork and stuff, or, like, some just more accurate artwork, but, yeah, they were just straight up not released. And then you also got the original Five Nights at Freddy's logo up in the corner, so that's pretty cool, before Scott made the final one. So, yeah, Foxy also has blue eyes, I just realized, which is pretty weird, but, yeah, this is the FNAF pins, so take what you want from that, because those exist. Now let's move on to Five Nights at Freddy's candy tins. So, these are made by Funko as well. Same kind of deal. There's even pictures of, like, Mario and Pac-Man tins next to them for, like, reference on how to design the boxes and stuff and what's going to be inside of them. Basically, these are tins with the action figure designs on them. And Freddy has a band around his hat, I just realized, which is pretty strange. But yeah, same designs as the action figures, just on tins. And not gonna lie, don't really know why these weren't released. These would have actually been pretty neat. These would have been pretty neat. Kind of weird that they weren't released. But hey, who cares? FNAF Candy tins wouldn't have been that great, but also wouldn't have minded them releasing. So yeah, take what you want from those FNAF Candy tins. Some other strange stuff would be this company called Just Funky. I'm not sure if any of their FNAF products were actually released, but I think their role with FNAF merchandise was taken out by BioWorld, which, if you know what BioWorld is made, oh, you know, and you are scared of it because it is horrendous. But yeah. Just Funky was originally going to have the license to make FNAF little knickknacks and stuff. And here's a leaked concept submission for some of their stuff. We got this pretty funky looking Springtrap mug, which actually says that the concept was approved. So that means Scott approved that. So it's pretty weird that was never released. I kind of wish it was. That looks pretty neat. Definitely not that accurate, like his wires are the same color as the rest of him. But I do like the little texture they put on him and stuff. He looks pretty cool on that Springtrap mug. Definitely not very accurate, but neat. It's a neat mug. Then we got the other stuff isn't that interesting. It just says concepts submitted on them. So these were not approved, but I definitely think these definitely could have been approved because they're just basic mugs with official renders on them. Nothing too interesting. The Springtrap mug is definitely the only interesting thing from here. But as you can see, we got this Foxy mug, Withered Foxy, jumping at the camera, says heat changing coffee mug. So I guess when you heat it up, Foxy will show up on the mug. You could see at the top one, the black one, it actually has a very faint picture of Withered Foxy. So yeah, I guess when you put like hot water or coffee inside of this mug, you will show the picture of Withered Foxy. So that's pretty neat. And it was submitted. Then we got this it says molded coffee mug, which is pretty weird because there's nothing on it. Like, oh wait, I just realized you can see his hands popping off of the sides. So it's Withered Golden Freddy would have been like 3D popping out of the mug. So that actually would have been pretty cool. Not gonna lie, but this one said it was ordered by GameStop, so GameStop was willing to distribute this, but it was never approved by Scott. You can see the inside of the mug is yellow. You got Golden Freddy popping out of the mug slightly, and yeah, pretty cool mug. I'm not a big mug person, but looks pretty neat. At the bottom, you got this basic one. It's just the FNAF 1 cast printed on the 2 mugs. There's going to be one of those sets that you can buy. Nothing too interesting here. Just some basic mugs. So, yeah, FNAF mugs. Take what you want from those, because they exist. So, yeah. Then, we got some other early merchandise. We got some Five Nights at Freddy's mask concepts. So, these look quite interesting. So, here we got this kid in a night guard outfit. So there was going to be a security guard outfit that they were going to make. And this is the artwork of the kid. Oh my god. But they were going to make this night guard outfit, which that's pretty cool, I guess. He's also holding a flashlight, which I believe there was a FNAF flashlight released. So something from here got released. There we got a Freddy hat, which I also believe was released. We got a plastic Freddy mask with sounds and a moving jaw. That actually looks awesome. I really wish that was released. I doubt it would look as good as it does in that concept art if they actually were to make it, but that doesn't look half bad. I would definitely buy like a real Freddy head. Then at the bottom we got the actual Freddy mask that was released, except it has fur. So that's very strange. But that Freddy mask was released, and apparently they were going to make a variant of it with fur. So pretty strange. And then they got Freddy oversized mask, which would be another realistic Freddy head, but it's covered in fur. That's another thing. Depending on how it would look, I might have actually bought that if that released. Same with the other Freddy head. And then we got a Freddy hoodie, which I believe was released. So, yeah, some of the stuff was released, but most of it was scrapped. The masks. It's quite a shame though. Like, I honestly would have liked that sound plastic Freddy mask and that Freddy mascot head. I think those would have actually been pretty neat. So, yeah, that's basically all there is from that kind of merchandise. They've also got these inflatable FNAF costumes, which were never released. I can only imagine why. Honestly, these look pretty hilarious. I honestly would have liked these to be released. They look really funny. Freddy's ears just look sad. Bonnie's ears are like spiky and his mouth is way too small. Just some pretty goofy looking costumes. But yeah, those are some inflatable FNAF costumes. So that exists. That does exist. So now let's segue into something else. So I'm sure you guys have seen the FNAF Squish Me figures. They're known for being awful. Just in every way. They are just not very good at all. So the FNAF Squish Me's are some not very obscure. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about them. They were pretty common to find when they were out. They might actually still be out, or at least some variants of them. I remember they made some glow in the dark, and they made some jumbo variants of them. They were just like bigger versions, so they did make their money off of these guys. But there were some scrapped Squish Me figures. So starting off with the first scrapped one, which actually seems like he was pretty close to release, but it just wasn't approved. Here we got Balloon Boy Squish Me, which, man oh man, it's a real shame that he wasn't released because he just looks so great. Just like, I like how they detailed all the stripes on his hat and his shirt, and I like how well they captured his face, and I like how his propeller it just looks like, okay, his propeller looks like a pile of crap that they put on his head. This is awful. This is just bad. Like, I am not surprised at all that this was not approved. This Balloon Boy concept is just bad. And then here we got some very low resolution, but they were they were made. They weren't released, but we got a Withered Bonnie and a FNAF 1 Freddy Squish Me. So these look pretty cool. Withered Bonnie looks a little funky, but you know, Withered Bonnie merchandise is Withered Bonnie merchandise. You take Withered animatronic merchandise when you can get it. And the Freddy one also doesn't look too awful. He's basically the same thing as the Golden Freddy one, except with FNAF 1 Freddy. So, you know, these guys were never released. Real shame. Can't imagine why nobody talks about them. But, yeah, that's basically it here.